thing you saw what happened with Andrew Tate. He had messages with this girl where he's talking back and forth. Out of context, it sounded different. And then he said, "Do you consent to my grape?" Do you remember this? And she goes, "LOL, if I consent to it, then it's not grape." Do you remember this? They said that. They skipped that part. BBC never shows you that part. Also, one more time for the guys who are in MOA, you already know this. For those of you not in MOA, here's the piece of actionable intel. Whenever you text a woman, you need to understand, I don't care if you've been with her forever and she's sending you pictures of her exposed breasts. When you respond, you say, "Go with God." When you respond, you say, can't wait to get home. When you respond and say, "Hey, I'd love to see you later," that's about as far as you go. You do not say, your penis does not go through the text messages. You do not escalate. You do not escalate on text. You do not complain on text. When you want to complain, if you have to say something like this, you open up what's called FaceTime, or you can do this on WhatsApp, because your phone cannot record audio on FaceTime. Your phone cannot.
There's an app for it.
There's an app for it. Okay.
There's an app for that.
Well, how about you go and have a face-to-face talk?
Okay. If you had two phones, I'm sure you could record it. Yeah. But I know some people specifically. Or if you have to send these messages, you're going to use whisper mode, you're going to use Cyberdust, or you're going to use Facebook Secret. Okay.
Signal.
Anytime you text, I want you to consider that the text messages you're doing go up there at Harmon in Las Vegas on that big ass sign, or on the big sign at Cowboy Stadium. Everything you send her, even with my girlfriend today, if you went through all of our messages and you completely out of context, with Kylie is the greatest woman I've ever dated. I'm not saying there's any problem, but if there was and someone took my text message to her, nothing I said can be taken out of context. As men, you will write her a message, she will write back. You will write a message, she will write back. Right. You will write a message, she will write back. And then she will delete all of her messages. She will unsend all of her messages. She will screenshot that and she will tell her friends what a fucking psychopath you are. Do not get caught snitching. Stop snitching on yourselves. Do not post things when you text a woman. It don't care how long you've been with her. If you need to say, "Baby, you look incredibly sexy," call her.
And don't send dick pics.
Call her. And don't send You know what you can do instead of sending dick pics? Just show her your dick in person, because she likes you and she came over and gave you consent to have sex with her.
But isn't that paranoia?
No,
you're gonna be in a relationship and watch every text message.
It's paranoia until Amber Heard's.
And you have to self-care.
I've seen so many girlfriends.
And if you have a problem,
aren't they really that crazy?
If you have a problem, then just
if she's deleting text messages on your end, you can still see them. Yes or no?
No. We do it on IGDM. If I unsend, they're unsent on both sides.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the problem.
If you're in a relationship, why are you in DMs and it's not?
I mean, I'm just saying that's one way I've seen women actually do this.
People really
isn't that stressful?
That's like don't date, because you never know 10 years down the line who's going to do something stupid.
No. Here's a better idea. If you need to say something sexual, say it in private. If you need to say something sexual,
because sexting
is face to face.
I like sexting.
I want to let you know what's to come tonight. Like, why can't I just tell my girl or my man?
You absolutely tell them, and then you unsend it within the first 5 minutes.
The angry talk is probably the best to leave to nothing.
Yeah,
should we say like consent?
Let's just say the angry talk. That's fine. That's fine.
Should not.
Or here's another thing. Voice memos probably not a good thing. You saw what happened with Andrew Tate. He had messages with this girl where he's talking back and forth. Out of context, it sounded different. And then he said, "Do you consent to my grape?" Do you remember this? And she goes, "LOL, if I consent to it, then it's not grape." Do you remember this? They said that. They skipped that part. BBC never shows you that part. Vice never shows you that part. They just play the message of something he said to a woman 13 years ago on WhatsApp. And by the way, Andrew Tate, when he's messaged me before, he's actually sent me voice memos, so I knew it was him. So that's the thing. Guys, be careful. You can't be leaving these voice memos. You can't be texting women incriminating stuff, or men, or anyone. You just can't. I'm telling you. So you believe whatever you want. If you want to say he's 1% wrong, that's the 1%.
So how do we get dick pics in our DMs all the time then? If men
because those men don't take men of action. Shout out to moamentoring.com. Guys, can we clear something?